Friends, this story takes us to a time when the French and British empires were considered the most powerful forces in the world. Both powers were trying to ally with the native tribes of America so that their control over the land could be strengthened. Some tribes joined the French, some joined the English, and those who remained neutral were slowly wiped out. In these conditions, the Mohican tribe was still surviving, a tribe that only wanted to live in peace. In this tribe, only 3 adult members were left, one of whom was Hawkeye. He was originally British, but after his parents were killed in the war, the Mohicans adopted him. Now he had become one of them. One day, the 3 of them go into the forest to hunt. They hunt a deer, but after killing it, they also ask for forgiveness. Because the Mohicans believed that they did not own any part of nature. They only used it when necessary. That same night, a man named Jack comes to meet them, who was a supporter of the British army. He tries to convince Hawkeye to join the English and fight against the French. But Hawkeye clearly refuses. He does not want more war. He only wants a peaceful life. The next day, some British soldiers arrive and try to recruit the tribes into their army through false promises. Some people fall into their trap, but the Mohicans remain firm in their decision. On the other hand, we are shown a British fort where high-ranking officers live. Here, Major Duncan is given a special responsibility. He has to safely escort the colonel's 2 daughters to the fort, and the route passes through the forest. For this reason, a local guide named Magua is taken along. During the journey, it is revealed that Duncan is in love with the colonel's elder daughter, Cora, and he proposes marriage to her. But Cora considers him only a friend. Duncan's heart is broken, but he does not lose hope. The journey continues, but Magua deliberately leads them onto the wrong paths. In reality, he belonged to the Huron tribe, which was secretly allied with the French. When everyone becomes exhausted, the Huron tribe suddenly attacks. Using weapons provided by the French, they kill almost the entire British group and kidnap both girls. At the same time, Hawkeye arrives after hearing the sound of gunfire. He sees bodies scattered everywhere. He joins the remaining soldiers and attacks the Hurons, managing to rescue the girls. Hawkeye calls himself the last of the Mohicans and promises that he will safely take everyone to the fort, because if he fails to do so, the blame could fall on the Mohicans. On the way, they reach his village, but there too a massacre has already taken place. Cora wants to bury the dead, but Hawkeye knows that doing so would alert the enemy that they are still alive. Therefore, they hide in a nearby graveyard. The Hurons return, but considering it a bad omen to enter the graveyard at night, they leave. In this way, everyone gets a chance to escape. As soon as Hawkeye and his companions enter the fort, they realize that the situation is very bad. The French army has already laid siege to the fort. The thunder of cannons continues day and night, and the morale of the British soldiers is slowly breaking. Major Duncan immediately reports to the colonel about everything that happened on the way. Seeing his daughters alive, the colonel thanks God. But upon hearing about the war situation, his face becomes serious. He knows that if reinforcements do not arrive, the fort will not be able to hold out for long. Cora begins helping the wounded soldiers inside the fort. She cleans their wounds, gives them water, and encourages them. During this time, Hawkeye keeps watching her from a distance. For the first time, a feeling awakens in his heart that he himself cannot fully understand. On the other hand, Major Duncan is given a dangerous responsibility. He has to leave the fort and go to the nearby British headquarters to bring more troops and weapons. The problem is that the entire forest is under enemy control. Hawkeye, Uncas, and Chingachgook agree to take on this mission, but on one condition. Cora and her sister Alice will also go with them, because staying in the fort has now become even more dangerous. In the darkness of night, this small group leaves the fort. The forest is silent on all sides, but this silence is filled with danger. Suddenly, a unit of the French army appears in front of them. A fierce fight takes place, but due to Hawkeye's cleverness, they manage to escape. During the journey, Magua appears again. He attacks along with the Huron tribe. This time, his real target is Cora, because he wants to forcefully take her into his tribe. During the fight, Major Duncan gets an opportunity. He deliberately draws the enemy's attention toward himself, so that the others can escape. In the end, he sacrifices himself. His sacrifice leaves a deep impact on Cora's heart. Hawkeye and the others make a difficult decision. To escape the enemy, they move toward the mountains, where the paths are narrow and dangerous. Many times it feels like everything is about to end, but the experience of the Mohicans saves them. Meanwhile, the French general forces the British fort to surrender. A treaty is made that the British army will safely leave the fort. But deep inside, another conspiracy is taking shape. The Huron tribe, under the leadership of Magua, has already planned to attack from behind. And now the story has reached a point where every decision is going to make the difference between life and death. Under the agreement, the British Army evacuates the fort. All the soldiers move forward silently through the forest. Women, children, and the wounded are all traveling together. On the surface, everything seems calm, but this calm lasts only for a few moments. Suddenly, the silence of the forest turns into screams. The Huron tribe, under the leadership of Magua, attacks from behind. Chaos spreads everywhere. The British soldiers do not even get a chance to recover before attacks begin from all sides. Hawkeye, Uncas, and Chingachgook immediately take Cora and Alice toward a safe place. The fighting becomes intense. Swords clash, arrows echo through the air, and bodies begin to fall on the ground. In the middle of this chaos, Magua kidnaps Cora. Seeing this, Hawkeye's heart trembles. Without wasting any time, he sets off after Cora, along with Uncas and Chingachgook. On the other side, Alice also falls into the hands of the enemy. She is taken near a high cliff. When Hawkeye reaches there, it is already too late. In fear and despair, Alice jumps down from the cliff. This scene breaks everyone's heart. Now only Cora remains. Magua decides to take her to his tribe and punish her. A trial is held in front of the tribal chief. Magua tells his story of hatred and revenge, but Hawkeye does not remain silent. He speaks of justice and truth. In the end, the decision is made according to the Mohican way, 1 for 1. Chingachgook steps forward. He challenges Magua. A final and decisive battle takes place between the two. This fight is not just of strength, but of honor and justice. After great struggle, Chingachgook defeats Magua. Thus, the Mohicans' revenge is fulfilled, and Cora is freed. The war has ended, but its price is very heavy. After the sacrifice of Uncas, Chingachgook becomes the last chief of his tribe. He knows that his people are now becoming a part of the past. In the end, Hawkeye stands beside Cora. Both of them know that their world has changed. The war has taken everything away, but hope still remains. The story ends with one truth. Some wars are fought for land, and some are fought for hearts and honor. If you like this story, then do not forget to subscribe to our channel to watch more such videos. And do tell us in the comments how you like this video.